Freddy Focusrite, Freddy Focusrite.
Years of a God.
Freddy Focusrite here. Today we're going to talk about the Monster Power Pro 7000 right here. Folks, this is your state-of-the-art home theater and home audio and home studio power conditioner. This thing is so versatile. We have two power options with this thing. We have power conditioning, clean, and balance power, and we have power conditioning, clean, separation power, where basically there's a switch on the back where we can divide what we're providing power to. For example, an analog component would be a console or a preamp, and a digital would be the computer. And what we want to do is we want to separate those so that they don't create noise for one another. What we would do is on the back of this machine, which would be an absolute nightmare, worse than watching Friday the 13th when you're 5 years old and seeing the first murder on it. I get lost in track sometimes. Okay, so we've got separate plugs, outputs on the back. We have one that says digital out, one that says computer out, one that says analog out, and one that says high powered out. What we want to do is we want to divide those sources. So I'm going to plug my computer into the computer source. The high power source would be the Hafler, which we discussed in a previous video, because we got a lot of juice to that. It's the power lifter. It's the Arnold Schwarzenegger of the studio, and we got to steroid that thing up to provide enough power so that they can push those big JBL speakers. We are going to plug our preamps into the analog output. Now, on the switch on the back that says balanced or separation power, we're going to put it on the separation power so that we make sure that we're not creating noise from each of those different components. Now, the other way you can do this, if you just want to have balanced power, which is what I prefer, you know, I don't believe a whole lot in the separation thing, but this is a Monster thing, and these guys are monsters. They know what they're doing. The guy that designed it, he's from Asia. You know how smart Asian people are. Anyways, that's a little breakdown of the Monster Pro 7000. We're going to step down here in a moment, and we're going to look at the Monster Voltage Regulator, where we can keep things at 120 volts. This is Freddy Focusrite signing off. Until then, folks, keep the music for real.